Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, and today I am going to see how high I can overclock to 980 Ti Hall of Fame Edition LN2 version. One of like about 2 made, I don't know. So we're going to open up Precision X, and this time we're going to throw all the voltage on it and see what it can hold. This may result in a few blue screens and crashes, but hey, that's part of the job. So 495 to give us the 8000 effective megahertz boost. And then plus 183. Oh, holy crap. Okay, with that monstrosity out of the way, plus 183 to get us to 1600 and apply. It's stable here. Add the overvoltage and call it a day. Have the K boost on, close Synapse, and whatever signal island is, it's always right there. Turn on the K boost. I don't know why it's K boost, it should just have boost, but whatever, and it's not showing the 1600. Okay, fine, whatever. You can just set everything back up. Alright, that's good. And 1600. Over voltage up, and now we hope it sticks. So Furmark or Heaven or Valley? Let's try Furmark, because that seems to give us a pretty good baseline. Let's go to settings and just do that. Okay, nope. Okay, that did not work. Let's give ourselves more power. So defaults again. Apply, boost up there, apply, and apply. Now with it on the full power mode, you should have all voltage things turned up, everything's up to 11, and let's try that again. I'll turn on the system fans up too. Give as much airflow as possible. And you can see auto speeds are pretty okay, 38. We will try Furmark again. Maybe not as taxing. CPU stress, nope, same thing. Okay, defaults again, add the voltage, up we go. Or try to. There we go. What I don't get is why it's only plus 50. Someone please tell me what that is. I've seen up to 120 or even 200 once. Is it because that's an EVGA program? No, that can't be, because MSI Afterburner has the same power limit as 112 as well. And then temperature limit is 91 as well. And I cannot change them. I just tried to change them to 120 or 100 degrees Celsius, and I didn't do it. So add the power. It still doesn't seem to do much. Okay, then fine, it can't do 1600. apply. So 183, what about 173? $15.90. Work it a little bit at a time. For mark once again. No MSAA. Okay. $15.90. Why can't it do the extra 10 megahertz? I don't get it. It's doing this just fine. It's only running at 44-ish degrees Celsius. Don't know why there's a big black square there, but hey, it's running fine. Oh, that's why. It's not really running at 1590, it's running at 594. For reasons I am unsure of. So quit out of that. Yeah, I don't know why it does that really. Even hitting defaults won't, bring it back to whatever. And you need to reboot. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, with all of that done, 1590 megahertz once again, and I've decided that we're not going to do farm arc. We're going to try the Valley benchmark. Just have it run at system, which is 4K for this, and then bring back up the MSI Afterburner string, and you can see how poorly or how broken it's gonna not be. And it's gonna be that broken. Okay. Let's bring it down again. So reset. 195. 163. Power limit that. 50. Apply. And we're up to 1580. And we're just going to keep running until it runs not dead. Alright, 1570. And I'm going to really fine tune this to see how high I can get on the stock cooler that it's got. So, 495, 153, 100, 50, apply, run again. Alright, 143 it's going to be. It doesn't seem like adding voltage really does much, to be honest. Because it doesn't seem to be any more or less stable. Run again. Oh, hit apply. Then run again. We're at 1560. You made it to the first one. Hooray. We'll make it all the way through. We're still running. And the thing there says we're Crashing, hooray! Okay, that lasted a lot longer than before, so I think we're getting to the final bits. The good bits where we can finally fine-tune it. I'm sure overclockers are well aware, or know all what's going on. And I've done it many times before. Bye. 143. $112, 50, apply, 1560. Oh, should it be 133? We'll find out. Nope, should have been 133. Reset. 133. 133, enter. 195. Apply, we're at 1550. Just gonna wait for it to get through a loop of this. I think there's an artifact there, so I don't think it's entirely stable. I'll drop it a few. Drop it to 1545. Smooth so far. Alright, that was a full loop. And it only had like a small pop-up of artifacts, so Looks like around 1550, 1540 is going to be as high as I can get on air. I'm sure on water I can get cooler, or especially LN2 I could probably get plus 2 gigahertz. But that's not today's goal. 123, yeah, no. 127, no, 8. I can math sometimes, I promise. $15.45. I shall run the benchmarks. This will of course be at 4K. Custom full screen, and I'll get back to you with the scores. Alright, here's the Valley benchmark result. We have a score of 1300. And that's up about 300 points from the stock clock. So that's really good. Keep in mind that this is ultra settings at 4K, so that's why it's at average FPS is at 31. So I would say that's really successful. If I can never find the mouse. Here it is. Save. Okay. Close. Great. And now I'm going to exit and go to the Heaven benchmark. Naturally, these two go together perfectly. And are we still on it? Yep, we are still on 1545 megahertz. That's good. It didn't go down to 600 megahertz because overclocking heat stuff thing. So here's Heaven. Once again, everything is on Ultra and Extreme. Custom is that. Full screen. And I'll get to you when it's about to be done. Okay, I have determined that it doesn't actually really artifact because it just kind of blacks out for a split second. I've determined that that's G-Sync screwing up because when you get down to really low FPSs and it's trying to refresh at that rate, it actually starts to flicker on it. It just does that. I guess it's because G-Sync or call Acer a bad company and I have a defective monitor. One of those two. So, I'll let you know when this is done. Alright, we're almost done, and it actually did freeze up one time. The scene with the cannon going by it, it froze up there, and I thought it crashed, but no, it's still going. So that actually tells me that it's not completely stable, and oh my. Hello, Satan. So I'm going to save that, or try to. Come on, let me save. Save you. Okay. Close. And now exit. Alright, I'm going to turn it down and see if I can do a clean run and not get the devil's number. And by turn it down, I mean turn down the overclock. Okay, we're just about done, and this time no hiccups. I put it down to 1535. And coming up is one of the last ones, and it was a lot smoother. The minimum FPS is a lot higher, and I thought it froze there for a second, but nope, just lights. Last scene, and done. There we go. No longer the devil. 705. I'll call that a success because it didn't die. So quit out of view. And am I surprised it's getting kind of low numbers? No, not really, because it's a top-end card. I'm hearing that Titan X's can only get up to about 13 or 1400, like maximum, without water cooling. And the only water cooler really available is the one from EVGA, the hybrid one. And then I believe they have a full water block version too, but I could be wrong. Usually the higher end the card, the lower the overclock, because they have so much more CUDA cores that you need to overclock and have voltage added to and all that, or more memory that you'd have to keep track of, which is definitely the case of this, having 6 gigabytes. So it actually did better than one of my 980 Ti's, not Ti's, 980 Hall of Fames from before. One of them could barely do 1500, I guess because ASIC quality thing. I don't know what it was, I don't really care because it's useless. But this is giving me some really good results and I'm happy. So I'm going to bring it back down to reality. And those are some scores. I like it quiet, so that's why I don't usually have everything turned way up. I will do some game benchmarks next time with the same 1535 megahertz because that's what it was most stable at. No, probably not entirely stable, but stable enough to get a benchmark done. Actually, if 3 Mark 11 would like to boot up and not crash, so extreme is 1080. Not have that, just run that. Before it would lock at 60 FPS no matter what, and at 1080p for a card of this caliber it should definitely do better than 1080p 60 FPS. It should be doing 200 FPS. So we're just gonna see what can happen. Graphics test 1. You can probably see the flickering of the screen. And yeah, you see? It's only at... It's getting below 50, it shouldn't do that. So I think something's wrong with the software not being optimized. Even doing the basic 720p test that I used to do, you'll see that something's not right. See, it's locking up at 60 FPS, 59.9. It shouldn't do that. So if you have a way to fix that, please tell me and you can get the numbers, because as it is right now, it would give me a very low score. Let's see if I can do it with the applied overclock. 123, 495. It's gonna do nothing for me, I know it. Apply the voltage. Give it to boost the second time. Check 1540. Okay, fair enough. Let's just see if you can run. Even doing the basic thing. So, benchmark tests only, as before. And all I want to know is, will you get above 60? Maybe it's capped at it. Or most likely it is the software. And yeah, 1540 megahertz overclock, it should definitely do better than that. So yeah, I'm just going to call this one a dead piece of software. 3D Mark, I tried to buy the advanced version of that, but instead I bought 2 3D Mark 11s, so I'm waiting to get a refund for one of those so I can get the proper 3D Mark. And afterburner's closed, and it still has the K-boost on from Precision X, so I will turn that off. There we go. And now it can slow itself down and not cook itself, like an old Xbox. Alright, and for those wondering about the ASIC quality thing, read ASIC. 70.5, but I believe it's useless. So we saw Valley, and that I shall do a benchmark of some games next, coming up. Leave a like if you want to see those. Thanks, Game Way Out. See you next time.